Hello, my crafty friends. If you're watching the replay, thank you for tuning in. Um, I'll probably be a minute before I really get started doing much because nobody's joined the live stream yet, and I don't want to have to start over. So we're just gonna we're just gonna sit here until they come. I started my stream a little bit earlier than normal, and so people aren't really expecting me to be here, and it's a holiday. Maybe a bunch of people are on picnics. It would be a great day to go on a picnic, but I'm I'm here instead of going on a picnic. So, um, so welcome. Glad you're here. I'm gonna just play around today, and that's pretty much it. Just playing and experimenting. I've taped some color paper down to this and this, two different kinds of watercolor paper. And I'm going to use this one kind of as a tester before for to see how things might work before I move on to this one. Um, it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna play on both of them. Hi Julie. I've marked them off into sections, but we're not gonna act like they're any sections. We're gonna work on them like they're one big piece. And then when we take the tape off, we can reveal 8 little pieces here and 4 little pieces here, even though we worked on them as one big piece. I hope that makes sense. That's my plan anyway. Let's see if that's important. I hope it's not important. No, PetSmart wants to remind me it's my last chance to get that so many cents off or so many percent off if I buy something today, and I'm not going to buy something today. So, oh, I'm glad you're here, Julie. It may just be you and me. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here to play with me, even if nobody else comes. One thing I wanted to try was work. I don't play with these inks hardly at all, and I want to work with those. and um, and then I've got my heavy body acrylic paints that I never use either, so I'm going to play with those too. And I've also got this stuff. It's called Relief Outliner. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I've ever played with it before. I don't. Well, it's been opened, so maybe I have played with it before. Anyway, we're going to play with some of these things because there's no reason for me to have them if I'm not going to use them. So I'm going to start with this one just because I want to try out the inks as watercolor and see if it's actually going to work. These are ones, all of these are old. They're ones I got that were clearanced when I bought them. Hi, Janet. I'm so glad you're here. Julie thought it was just going to be me and her for a while. um, and a lot of these are iridescent, and they're not mixing up as well. So if they don't work, then it's really not that big of a deal. But I do want to try them, and I do want to start with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and move this one out of the way just so I don't make a mess on it before I even get to paint. And I'm using, I somewhere have a pad of palette paper, but I couldn't find it. So I just got some of the butcher paper that has wax on one side, and that's what I'm going to use as palette paper. Janet says the kittens are taking up so much. Oh, believe me, I understand. I only had one puppy, and it took up a lot, but it still takes up a lot of my time, even though he's a year old now. But anyway, so we're just gonna be playing. We're gonna be. I don't have any plans for what this is going to turn out. We're just going to play with stuff, and that's why I called it intuitive painting with a question mark. Because I'm not really sure if there's some special something about intuitive painting that I don't know. I just assume it's people taking paints and just doing what feels good on the paper or looks good to you or whatever. But anyway, It keeps kicking up tiny buffers. Oh, Janet, are you getting buffers too? So far, it's not telling me anything's wrong, but that doesn't always mean anything. We'll see what Janet says. Look what I did. Well, I didn't do it. The puppy did. He was so excited to see me, and I had my arm on the chair, and he jumped up, and his claw just went. Janet is not having any trouble. Sorry, Julie. I mean, I'm glad that it's not me because that, means it's better for other people, but I'm sorry you're having to struggle with that. Um, some of these stoppers are stopped up, so I got some little pipettes to use if the stoppers are stopped up. And I didn't know these. I got these in a package together. These were in paper, so they were sterile. But they were packaged with these, and so I thought, well, we might do something with those too. I don't know. We might, write with this end or pull up paint with that end. I don't know. Um, anyway, we're just going to go ahead and play, and I'm going to start just with a graphite stick, and I'm just going to dip it in the water because I think that's the prettiest way to use it. And I'm going to use my non-dominant hand and just okay. And that didn't do quite what I was hoping it would do, but that's okay. We're just going to leave it because we're not stressing. This is about just playing. Hi, Barbara. I'm so glad you're here. Um, okay, let's go ahead and put that back there. I don't know where else to put it, so. All right. We'll just see how it goes, yeah? And I have no idea how it's going to go. But I am going to start, I am going to use these as if they are, as if they're watercolors. Okay. So let's get the brush wet. I'm going to go ahead and put all my brushes in there so they'll be wet when it's time. And then, oh, and I may be, okay, that didn't work out so well. Let's get that goopy bit out of there. Okay. It's just spitting out strings. Well, that's not what I wanted to start with. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad to see you. My Okay, we're just going to put it on here. We're not going to waste the paint. And my mark this may not really protect my paper as much since I got it so wet there. I don't know. Okay. Um I do want to Okay, see that was so much pigment. I probably should have left it like it was. I think I liked it better before I went back and added water. Um I don't know. But we're just playing. We don't know what we're doing anyway. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Well, this is not looking like much at the moment. It is a nice blue. I agree. It's called let me shut it so I can read it. Rowney Blue. It's a De La Rowney FW ink. and they just call it Roundy Blue. So we'll see if there may not even, ouch, there may not even be any copper in here. It's not. Hmm. Well, there we go. Let's try, see if we can get any with this. There's not much in here. This is one I've used, and it's very thick. So we're just going to, scribble with it some and try to get, because it's not coming out of the, okay, let's just do some more of that. Okay, well, that looks like a real mess, doesn't it? And this one, well, we might can use it some more like that. We're definitely not going to be able to use it as a, I got to try to clean this out. Sorry. It's not cleaning out very good. Well, I probably should not have used this in that copper because I'm trying to rinse it, but it's not wanting to. Anyway, we'll go ahead and keep that in case we need it again. Wait for the blue to dry. It takes too long for that ink to dry for me to wait for it to dry. That's the one bad thing about those acrylic inks. They take a long time. Diane says, I hope the video is okay. After I posted it, I realized I had music playing in the background through the whole thing. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. But I'm glad to know you have a new video up. Okay. That's just really a mess, isn't it? Okay, let's what can we put with this? We need to put something with the blue, something we could use the real bright green, or we could use this yellow, or maybe this pink. That pink might be pretty. Let's try it. Yep, just think of it as a background. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just playing. Oh, Barbara says green. Okay. 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 Let's put a little more water. We're just going to kind of. Oh, that may not have been a good plan. But now that we've got dirty water on it, we're going to go ahead and put dirty water on the rest of it. And we'll drip this in there and see what it does. Let's play with one of these and see if we can move it around. These are really wrinkling up bad. This may end up being Not such a great experiment. Um, let's see if we can sop up some of this. Okay. This is what it looks like right now. It is watercolor paper. It's just I don't even know what kind. It's something I got at a garage sale. Somebody was selling it and I just got it and tore it up into small pieces. It's not really good wallpaper. I mean, watercolor paper because it's really buckling bad, but that's okay. Yeah, I have several. Those were the ones that were all clearanced, with the pearlescent colors. Oh, white. We need white. That's what we need. Hi, Deborah. I'm so glad you're here. Hmm. Yeah, I think it must be a cheap brand. I agree. I think this wasn't really mixed up well, so I don't know what it's going to do with this. But this is just like a mess. It's a mess. So we're going to leave it. I'm just going to set it to the side and let it dry some, and maybe we can get it to um, do something else. Oh, let me mute real quick. Just a second. Okay.
Because I've been rinsing them. They're in their second rinse now.
Okay. Well, Hannah found out that dandelion roots will dye wool a magenta color. So she's been harvesting dandelions and now she's washing the roots and she's going to dehydrate and put them in the dehydrator and then we will play with those someday. I think it'll look cool too, Diane, when it's dry. But right now it just looks like a mess. But we can also add some black to it once it's dry, and that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Okay, bye bye, hon.
Bye.
Are you stealing?
Nope, they aren't what I thought they were.
Okay.
They were just frames. Ooh, 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 ooh. We could get frame pieces to make drying racks. You know, not frame pieces, canvas frames. Because you can buy the pieces in any size, and then you can make a.
Okay, I need to get back
That's
to
irrelevant.
this. Yes,
Love
it's
you.
irrelevant. Okay, love you too, hon. Sorry. Yeah, it's very healthy for you too. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so one thing I learned is that um I don't think I want to use these as watercolor because I know this is cheap watercolor paper. And I don't want to put a bunch of water on it. Um so yeah, she's very excited about it. She's been learning a lot about medicinal herbs and one of the books that she's reading about medicinal herbs also has different herbs and talks about dyeing wool with them. And so, since that's right up our alley too, she she's going to go ahead and do that. So, Sharon, I hope I said hi to you. I'm glad you're here. Well, I think if you're only going to have one ink, Julie, black is the way to go. I think so. Okay. I am going to do this again just because. Okay. That is a 10B graphite, water soluble graphite stick, just in case you're interested. Now I got to see if this is an important text. I tell you, I wish people would just leave me alone. Okay. Ethan was answering a text that I sent like 9:30 this morning. He didn't realize it was so long ago when I sent that. So, okay, I'm going to let this dry just a little bit. Let's just go ahead and use this for a second. I don't know that it makes much of difference to dry it. It's still water soluble. It will reactivate, but I just thought before we go on with something else. Now we need a color palette. Um, let's see what we've got here while I'm doing that. Okay, we have got alizarin crimson, phthalo green, phthalo blue, another phthalo blue, so we'll leave it, Mars black, oops, dioxazine purple, and we've got a couple of these Brea Reese colors, but I don't think I'm going to use them. And then we need some kind of a white. No, that's black. There's white. Okay. All right. This is not going to, it's not going to dry enough. We're just going to not worry about it. We're just going to not worry about it. I'm going to move these because I'm through with them, at least for the moment. And put some of these out. I don't even know if I'm going to use that black. Let's stick it back over there for now. Okay, so we got phthalo blue. Okay, come on. There we go. Uh-oh. It's separated. All right, well, we're going to we're going to end up with a sort of separated something anyway. But that's what happens when you're using old paints. So it just is what it is. Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, they do kind of start out like that. Except you usually are more loopy lines, more crossovers and stuff. But I'm just trying to, I just want to play. And I don't know if I want to use these colors just like they are, or if I want to tone them down with white. Julie says, has anyone used the Tim Holtz watercolor pencil? I tried them and they seem quite pale. I will try them a different way next time. Let me check something. I'm not sure if that's what I have or not. I have something like that. Well, oh, no, that's not them. Okay. No, here they are. Okay, I thought that they were in here somewhere. Oh, these are Distress watercolor pencils. Are these the ones you're talking about, Julie? They're Distress watercolor pencils. And they're we can play with some, we can add some of those in here too. In a minute. I stuck them under the table, so remind me. Okay, so the black is getting smeared, and I'm okay with that. The neurographic art piece would be fun to do on a stream. Yeah, I agree, Diane. When it's a good time for you, let me know. Okay. We're going to call that enough purple. And I don't know where my paper towel went. Oh, I think I got so much of that green on it. Okay, let's see. This is getting in the way of my brush. I mean, my palette knife. Okay. So are y'all appropriately worried that this is not going to turn out good? Because I am. Okay, now I'm really just throwing it on there. I decided not to even try to think about um, placement, just put it on. So, it's just getting uglier and uglier. It's going to be amazing, Diane says, yeah. Well, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. She says, I've done this a couple of times. It's fun to see how each panel turns out so differently, yet they all work together. Well, that's what I'm hoping. That's kind of the plan behind the whole thing, um, is to end up with a series of paintings, you know. Okay, now we're going to really mix it up here now. I don't know why I keep coming from that direction. I need to do something different. Okay. Ooh, bubble wrap would be good. Bubble wrap would be good. But I'm going to try something else first. Ooh. Okay. We're going to do that for that layer. And I'm not sure what to do next because now I've got just like this enormous mess. Let's see if we can dry it a little bit and then we'll get out a stencil and maybe we can use a stencil to put some sort of I don't know, some sort of real design and let this just be the background. Julie's going to get out and come back in. Well, I hope it works, Julie. I hope that makes it better. If I had time to let it dry in between um, coats, it'd probably be better. But I just realized I used red, white, and blue and purple. But and it's Memorial Day, so I guess that's good. I don't usually use that combination. Hmm. She's back. Did it help, Julie? I hope it helped. I shouldn't. I'm not in a really big hurry. But I do want to get on to the next one. I've done this a couple of times. It's fun to see how each panel turns out so differently, yet they all work together. Is that what you're talking about, Diane? I did read that. Um, oh, I don't see anything after that. I see it's going to be amazing. And then I've done this a couple of times. And before that, you said it reminds you of newer graphic art and it would be fun for us to do that together. And I agree. But those are the only comments I see. So put your other comment back up. Just do it again. It didn't ask me to monitor or to check or approve or anything a comment. So I would have thought it would tell me if I needed to. Okay, she's going to do it again. From my past experience, don't add anything thick like modeling paste over the tape. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I don't intend to. In fact, I'm just going to use paint with the stencils. So, but you're right. That's not good. I'm worried enough about the paint that I've got on there. Um, but we'll see. I've got my heat gun, so if I need to, I can heat it up. Right now, it's hard for me to see that I can do anything that's gonna make me like this. But but we're gonna keep going and give it a shot. And when I get through doing this in a second, I'll look and see how much that other one, if it's dried any. We can see if it's changed any. Let me find it and see. Well, this is what it's looking like right now. So the white kind of faded, and I think that's because it wasn't really mixed up good. But anyway, that's still pretty wet. So okay, stencils. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got this one. And this one. And that one. I don't see that on here. We've got that one. I don't think I'll use it either. I like these two. I think I'll probably use those. But I've also got these. Patricia and Mariah were so sweet and they sent these to me. And I was so excited. I had a project in mind I was going to do with them. And I set them with the stuff for that project. And then I never did do that project. And so I couldn't find them. I finally found them. They were with that project. And so, make sure that so I definitely want to use these, and then we may use those others as well. But these look like they would be really cool on something like this. Now this one's a mask. I think we're going to use this one, at least right now. And what color should I use to do this? I'm trying to think. I'm thinking black would be good. Why don't y'all tell me what you think while I get a sponge? Contrast, like a bright orange yellow, or black is always good. Well, they have great stencils, don't they, Julie? They do. They have wonderful stencils. Orangey yellow. I'm having trouble seeing an orangey yellow myself. We're going to do one of them in black, and we'll see what we think about that. If we don't like it, then I'll pull out something else. I do have green out here already, so we could do that too. Okay. Let's do it like this. And we'll use the black. That black wasn't mixed well either, so I don't know. And it doesn't look like it's going on really black. Oh, well, I just put my arm down on that, and it wasn't very dry. Okay, this over here didn't work out as well. That one did pretty good. Alrighty, let's try the green. If it mixes with the black, I'm okay with that. We got it out here on the board. Well, that doesn't look, in the camera, it doesn't look much different from the black, but it's definitely green and not black. Okay, let's do some that are Julie says, I am brushing a mix I did of gel medium gloss and iridescent medium on the lap book cover I'm doing, but it's bubbling up. Uh-oh. I'm sorry it's bubbling. Decide to maybe not do so much. Might not be smart to set that down over the top of that, but okay. Yeah, I'm not so excited about this. I'm getting less and less excited all the time. Okay, so let's think of something else we can do. Yeah, they do, Julie. I agree. Awesome and unique. I think both of those are accurate descriptions. Got to trust the process. Okay, I'm trying. This is definitely outside my comfort zone, so um I'm just trying to think. There's got to be something that'll make this look better. It's got to be something that will make this look better. All right, we're going to put some copper on it. See if that'll help. Okay, I'm going to That's so far down there, it's hard to get it. Let's move this. Let's move this. I can grab it again if I need it, but right now, I'm going to put some of this out here. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's do some. Mm. I think all three of those dots are on the, well, maybe not. No, they're not on the tape. It just looked like they were for a second. It just needs a layer of paint on there to push the stencil back. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to do that now that I'm putting these dots around it. Sorry, I don't have much to say. I'm trying to think of what to do next, and my brain is not coming up with um, something good to do next. Diane says, I do what Barbara suggested a lot of times. I don't cover the whole thing, but areas, spray with water and let it move all around. Oh, I missed that. Oh, yeah, I did miss that. I think I'm overdoing the copper here, but um, okay. I think that's all of that we're going to do. I just trapped watching on my phone to see if it's okay, if it's just the tablet doing it, but it's happening on the phone as well. Tried, not trapped. Okay. Well, it may be your internet connection, your Wi-Fi. Um, that's possible. Okay. I'm just going to set this one aside for a minute and think about it some more. And we'll pull that other one back and see what. Let's see what it looks like and if we can do something else to it. Okay. It's still pretty damp. Let's try this stuff. See if it'll, um, if we can write or something on it with this. Okay. Um, Hi, Becky. I'm glad you're here. We're just playing. Because I don't know what. I'm trying to do something to make this look better. Let's just do some. Okay, so there we've got this. This will take a long time to dry too. Right now, I'm not happy with either one of these things. And I'm sure that just like anything else, doing this to your satisfaction takes a lot of work and practice, and you got to do it a lot. But Becky says, I made postcards with Janet Nash this morning, has started a paper pieced canvas for a neighbor, as I just learned they lost their big orange cat. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Becky. You're a good neighbor. I'm sorry that they lost their cat. That's hard. That's hard. Scott's home and working on the hall bathroom. Perhaps it'll get finished by this Christmas. I hope so, Becky. I hope so. Hi, Beth. I'm glad you're here. Okay. I just have to hope that this is going to look better when I take the tape off. I just have to hope it's going to look better. Because right now I'm like, blah, on both of these. But it's not going to be easy to take the tape off. I think I may try on this one because I can't think of anything else to do to it. It's just, we'll just go really slow and we'll see if it'll work. Nope. All right, let's use the heat gun. I can't pull and hold a heat gun. So, well, it's just okay. Here's some washi tape. The tape might be better than the. Okay, see that bled under there. So the tape was really not that helpful. We're just we're just gonna not worry about it because this was, you know, just playtime anyway. Spray it and let the copper run. What would you spray it with though? That's what I need to. What do you want me to spray it with? Okay. Those do look better, don't they? Just having that border around them. Um, Still very wet, but it does help. I don't know if I'll do anything with them or not. Just spray it with water. It might be too dry now. It might be. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but we can spray it and find out. Okay. I just got this black paint all over me. All right. Let's just spray it because it's just paper and paint. It's not like it's something precious. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not spraying it with enough water. Try one panel. Oops, too late. Too late. But I don't really think I mean, it looks like the purple is showing up more. Maybe. Um, I don't know. Drop some inks on there now. But let me do some more water if we're going to drop inks on there because this doesn't. Okay. What color inks do you want me to drop on there? It needs to be something that'll really show up. Um, Here's another purple. Let's try this. Okay. We're going to have to use the pipette. Yeah, it does. It soaks up the water pretty quick. Woo! Okay. All right, let's. Sorry, y'all can't really see that, but let's try. I'm trying to get it to run while we're. Whoops, there we go. Okay. Well, now it's even a bigger mess. Barbara suggested orange yellow. Well, I've tilted it as much as I think I can. Okay. Barbara's suggestion of orange yellow sounded interesting earlier. Yeah, it might look good on top of the purple, but the purple needs to dry some first. Now, one thing we could do is take paper towel and blot the purple and see how that affects it. So we're gonna do that just for kicks. We're just gonna see what happens if we just do this. Now the copper's probably gonna come off too because it wasn't dry. Okay, that looks way cooler than the piece on the paper. Okay. Oh, goodness. I feel like all I'm doing is making a mess. I need to retitle this. Yes, you can hate it. Yes, you can hate it. You can. Okay. Do we want, this is the yellow. Do we want to let it dry first? That's true. That's true. The smaller one did look better, but I'm afraid if I let it dry, then the yellow will just make dots. If I'm going to put the yellow on there, I think it needs to go on while it's still wet. Do you want me to try the yellow or not? Or do we want to set it aside and let it get dry? That's true, Diane. It did look much better after I took the tape off. Now, this one's coming loose. It got too wet, so it may have bled under the tape. Who knows? Do y'all want me to put yellow on it or the yellow is very transparent. Okay. Well, that yellow might not be a good choice then because it might just end up turning to brown on top of the purple. Okay. Yellow orange, not yellow. Okay. Well, I don't have a yellow orange ink. Let's see if we could make some. Okay, I need something that is oh, I don't even have, well, no, it might still work. Let's give it a shot here. Let me find. Okay, this is what we're going to do because I do want to drip it on. That is so weird. I don't know why. Um, why would it hide her comments? That's just, I mean, I believe you completely. I just don't understand why, and it frustrates me to not understand what's going on. Okay. We're trying to color the ink with red rather than so that it'll be. Oh, I forgot I had something on the back of this. That looks like mustard and ketchup mixed up. Yes, that color. That's what Barbara says. Okay. That almost looks like nickel azul gold. Um, it almost does. In fact, it may look like it. Okay. I think we need to spray this with water too if we're going to, or do we want to leave it? Okay. Do we leave these in dots? Do we spray them with water and let them run too? Well, eventually we're going to end up with this thing being kind of clean. Let it run. Okay. 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 Woo! All right. I think we got a little much on there, maybe. Um, Tiger Time. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm not really a big fan of this, so I'm just gonna do this. Let me find some bubble wrap. Because I can still bubble wrap it now. There's plenty of space there. Oh, and there's some really fun bubble wrap back there, but I don't think I can get to it. Where's my grabber? Okay. Okay. we're gonna play with this bubble wrap here. Now I know it would do something to it if I just left it there like that. But that would take forever. That would take forever to let's see if we can do it going the other direction. Maybe I should have used regular bubble wrap where it looks like bubble wrap. Okay. This is what it looks like now. I'm going to take the heat gun to it and see if we can, well, let's try with this first. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. That almost became a mess. We may use the heat gun in a minute, but this looks like rusty spots. I think it will be cool once it's dry. Hi, Mary. We're making a big mess. We're glad you're here. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. Okay, this is definitely going to take too long. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the heat gun. Let's do this one a little bit too. Let's actually turn it over. And no, I don't want to mess up the black marks on it. Thanks, Julie. I like it better. I definitely like it better. Mary made a big mess last night. Yeah. Okay, Julie. Okay, I'm going to let this um, sit and dry some more. I don't think I can get it completely dry. I don't think I can. Oh, poor Scott. 2 foot square left. That has to be frustrating. That has to be frustrating. Mary says, "Yep, I was trying too hard to do what pro printers do." Yeah, I learned a long time ago, Mary. I'm not a pro at anything, so I just do what I do, and I'm happier trying not to do what other people do. This is something other people do that I'm not very good at. So, oops, it's still very wet. So I don't know if oh, let me mute for a second. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard that noise a minute ago, but Hannah just wanted me to know that it was Grandma's wheelbarrow and not a dying cat, so I didn't have to worry. Okay. Uh, oh, okay, for under the tile. Well, yeah. Well, it still sounds like he was very, very close, and that's frustrating to be so close to the end and have to go buy more. Oh, thanks, Mary. I'm glad I found them too. Anybody who wasn't here when I did this, these are some I got from Mariah and Patricia at PM Studio. They sent these to me, and I put them with a project I was going to do, and then I didn't do that project, and I forgot I had stuck these in there, and I couldn't find them until today. So yay! I have them back, and I'm using them. They probably think I'm ungrateful because I haven't ever used them, but I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful. I just had lost them. He just has to mix it up. Okay, good. Oh, I wonder if. Oh no. Well, maybe. Well, there's one. We're definitely going to have spots there. And it would be better to wait until this is really dry to do this, but I want you to see what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead. And these are more like 3x5 or 4x5 or something like that. Uh-oh. Well, now it's tearing the paper. It was maybe taking off a little of the paper with it, but it wasn't tearing up the sides. But now it is. But I'm just going to go ahead and get that piece off there. I don't actually mind rickety sides that much. It's not like it's well, I probably should have waited. I probably should have waited. Barbara likes the rickety sides too. Okay, good. Uh-oh, that one went a little too far. I ended up with way more rickety sides than I wanted. Okay. Uh-oh. Woo, we really got it that time. All right. There it is, rickety sides and all. Yeah. And if you were a patient person and not Lisa, and you waited till it dried, you wouldn't have that problem. But who says the edges have to be straight? Well, evidently they don't have to be because these are not. I think they do need something, some kind of focal point, or I don't know what. Thanks, Beth. Thanks, Julie. Barbara wants the pull off tape. Yeah, well, I've already wadded it up, Barbara. Sorry. The Creative Cove has been using actual washi tape to tape off her grid, and that comes up really well. Yeah, and I think that would work well, but if you would have even more bleeding underneath washi tape. Um, so I don't know. Right now, I don't know if y'all can see all the colors and stuff that's in this. These two are the green ones where I used green instead of black with the stencil. But there's a lot of color underneath this. Safari, there you go. It definitely looks safari-ish. I'm trying to think of what we could do to these. Um, well, I'm sorry I wadded it up and didn't save it. That was a good idea, though, Barbara, to save that. Add lions. I don't think I have any lions. Um, I'm actually wondering, I've done that, Becky. I've also put it on my clothes, and then put it on there. And it does come off easier. The problem is it also doesn't stick well enough to keep stuff from going underneath. And so I think when you're doing this much stuff, it's probably better to just do a big piece and then cut it up and not worry about edges. Um, does that make sense? But I think it would have come off cleaner probably if I'd let it dry. I think it would have. But anyway, I'm wondering about I don't know. Mary says I have seen folks put a bit of medium along the tape edges to prevent the bleeding. Okay, that's a good thought. Add paint splatters, Diane says. I did see that message, Diane, but I just now saw it. And you said it twice here. Good grief. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I do see it now. Oh, paint splatters would be fun. I'm thinking white would be pretty on here. I don't know if much else would actually show up much. Do we want to do some white splatters? I think that would be pretty. If you put medium along with the tape, it would never come up. Oh, the tape would never come up? Well, that wouldn't work then. So what color splatters should we do? I think white would show up the best, but I don't know um if that's what we want to do or not. Barbara likes the idea of white. Okay. Medium usually acts like a glue. It certainly does. That's true. Let me find a splattery brush we can splatter with. Mm. Everybody uses different kinds of brushes for splattering, and I never know what's going to work best. Oh, well, that won't work for sure. Oh. Let's try this little fan brush here. Oh, teal might be nice. Yeah, I see teal in my head, but that's my crazy brain I have to live with. Don't listen to it. Well, it might be good. I just don't know how much it would show up. But it might be fun to do the teal and then immediately do the white and let the white kind of mix with the teal. That would be fun. But now I have to see what wear some teal. Barbara says, I like a fan brush best for splatting. Well, that's what I'm going to use. But okay, so let's. Okay, let me find a teal. A light, bright teal. Now, see, that's, whoops. Put my hand down on my. A light, bright teal may not be something I have. Okay, let's see what this is. This is turquoise. It looks bluer on the camera than it really is. What do you think about using this? I could add a little more green to it to make it tealer. Let's see. Well, there we go. Good grief. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty on there. Okay, we'll just wet that down a little, make it thinner, and then we'll use it. Okay. Need a place to work over here. Okay, let's see what happens. Hmm. There we go. Just got to figure out how to make it work. Oh, I'm getting it all over me. I'm literally getting everything turquoisey now. Okay, that is enough turquoise. Look at this. Sprinkle some of that on the small piece to your side while you're at it. Alrighty. All right, now I got to clean this brush so we can do white. Okay, I'm going to use this calligraphy ink because I think it'll be whiter than, it'll stay whiter maybe than I don't know. We're going to try it anyway. But I think I'm going to put this up before, whoops, before I do the white, because it is thinner and it will get everywhere. And I don't really want everything up here to get whited. Okay. I think y'all can still see. We may have we may have too much white. Okay. I didn't do white over here. Oops. Okay, here's what they look like now. I think it would have been better had I covered up some places on them so that they didn't get splatters evenly distributed. This one has bigger splatters, and I kind of think I like that better. I don't know. April 28th. That's my brother's birthday, Diane. You're in good company. You can tell where the white is because it's glaring in the light. But that's what they look like. Okay, I'm thinking I need to go back and do some white splatters on these. I'm thinking I do. Ooh, ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, well, here's these. And I think I'm wishing I'd put the white splatters on before I put the black marks. Hi, Colleen. Am I right? It's Colleen? That's the one thing I would probably change, is that I would have put the splatters on before the black, because it kind of covers the black and I don't like that. So, no, if I try to wipe it off, I'll just make a mess. So, yeah, I like the little streaks too. I do like the streaks. That's true. I can do that when they dry. These are still, actually, the black is still wet. And so if I try to do something with it now, I'll just make it messier. I'll just make it even messier. Okay, well, there's my afternoon's work. Oh, all right. We need a place to set these. And then we could maybe play with something else. I do have a little bit more time. So let's put these over here. And here's a piece of paper. We'll just play on this. Thanks. I'm enjoying this play day too. This is just a piece of that magazine cover paper that's kind of shiny on one side, not so shiny on the other side. Anyway, I thought we'd just play on it because it's sitting there and we won't have to worry about tape. Okay, I'm trying to decide. I think it would be fun to use this and some sprays. That was quite the creative ride. Boy, you're not kidding. One of those roller coasters. I like it. Oh, no, I wish I hadn't done that. Oh, well, maybe that'll help. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. That's kind of how it went. Okay, I'm going to get my sprays out. And let's start by spraying over this for the background. Okay. Okay, Julie. Let's see if we can. Come on. Woo! I like that. Okay, let's do it right here. Okay, let me. Okay, that's kind of fun too. Here's the deal for this one. And let's. What else? What other color would be good? Ooh, let's do Rusty Hinge with it. Julie's got to go to the mechanic. Ooh. Okay. Well, I think that's really pretty. And it's kind of weirdly interesting. Thanks, Brenda. I'm glad you're here. I'm trying to think if we want to just keep going with this. I think I need to dry this a little bit first because, I mean, it'll react even if it's dry, I think. But it'll be easier to lay my stencil down if it's dry. Well, it's not completely dry, but I think it's dry enough to add another color. This is bendy, which is not the best for this plan. Okay, let's see, what else can we find to add to this? Let's go ahead and do this tumbled glass. Alrighty. I almost forgot to clean these. They're enough trouble if you clean them. If you don't clean them, then it's really bad. See, did I do this one? No, I didn't. Okay. Now I like that just fine. This is messy. Let me see if I can. Okay. We're going to just spray it here and see if we can clean it off. Sorry, I'm just trying to clean this stencil. These sprays are sticky. I don't want to leave that on it. Cleans up real easy though. Sorry about that. Yes, they are. I just found that out not too long ago. Um, I'm thinking maybe I want to do. Okay, one thing I want to try. Let's just do it. And these are oxides, and so they change when you spray them with water. So we sprayed it with water. And now, of course, you need to let it dry, of course, which is, not something I'm terribly good at. Um, oh, it would probably change better on different paper, because it's not running or, well, I guess it might be a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. I may wish I hadn't, but I want to be able to move on, but I want the oxidizing effect of spraying the water on. But it soaked right into the paper. Definitely didn't have to worry about it blotting it all up. Okay, there. That's good. Now, what do I do next? I think I'm going to use this stencil with some black just in some places. Or do you think I should use um hmm I'm not sure. Let's see. I may do it with black ink. That is what's the right word? That's not water soluble or water reactive. Okay, good grief. Sorry. All right, let's just do this. All right, let's see how that looks. All right, let's go ahead and do some more of that. Hi, Sophia. I'm so glad you're here. We're just playing around. I don't know. Uh-oh. I bent that one. Don't like that. That's not good. Okay. I'm wondering. Let's just go ahead and use some of this. A UK artist I follow does a lot of jelly plate stuff, but also embroidery. She did a lovely blue. Oh, cool. This is a great stencil. I love it. I'm so glad that I was able to find it instead of having to be embarrassed and order one because I lost the one they sent me. I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in some of these spots um, with this stencil. I may need to ink my pad. It doesn't seem like it's really. My wish list is really big, and I'm going to make sure this one's on it. Yeah. Well, I think it's a good one. Okay. I think that's busy enough. That's busy enough. Now I'm trying to decide. If this might be a good time to do something with some I don't know. I don't know what to do next. My brain totally is blanked out. It's almost like this is worse than a blank page, because where do you take it from here? Um, hmm. Okay, I was thinking about using some gesso or some paint. I hadn't thought about paper. Or some scribbles. Yeah, gesso or paint would achieve the same thing. I think I'm just going to use some, I don't know that I want white, but I've got these two. Over here, this one looks good because it's orange and something. Over here, this one looks good because it's browner and something. So I don't guess it really matters which one I use. So many places to take it. I'd sort of love to see an all over turquoise spray like that turquoise in the corner. Okay. This one, that's this. All right. Well, let's spray it and then we can come back and add some paint. I think it'll just cover things up, but I could be wrong. Let's just see. Don't spray. You said all over. You said all over. And now she says, don't spray solid. Oh, sorry, Barbara. I thought I was doing what you wanted. But you can see the stuff underneath it is reacting some, so mop that up with the bubble wrap. All right. We will give it a bubble wrap treatment here. Oh. Okay, we're gonna do this again just to get it where I can work on it. Okay. Mm. I don't know. I do not know what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and put this down more, and then I'm going to come back with a baby wipe and try to blend it out better. Okay. This is what it looks like right now. And I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, let's see. Well, this is what it looks like now. That paint is kind of shiny. I forgot that it's not as matte like craft paint would be. But the paper's kind of shiny too, so I think it's just I don't know. I'm kind of... Okay, I'm just going to play with it and see. And I know y'all sit in patches, but I just want to see what's going to happen if I do this. Well, it's taking off paint. That's what it's doing. Interesting. No matter what I do, it comes off this corner. It's just determined not to stick to that corner. And that's all right. I don't guess it matters. Thanks, Julie. My hand. I've got the turquoise chicken pox. Oh, I got to stand up a second. Oh, okay. Sophia says, I love how those 2 layers have knocked everything back, so it seems much more cohesive. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good choice. Thanks for suggesting. But now I'm not sure that I know what I want to do. I could go ahead and cut it up, and then we could decide on each one. Can y'all think of something else you want me to do on it at this point before I cut it up into something else, into little pieces, and we see how they look as little pieces? Yeah, I joined it all up, and then we're going to cut it up. That's I don't know. I hadn't really made a plan. Okay, I got little flowers or little hearts I could put on it. It needs smaller detail if you still want to do more before you cut it up. Thin line work all over or small stamping or some such. Otherwise, just work on individual pieces. Julie's asking postcard size, possibly. It would definitely have to be glued onto something else if I was going to make postcards out of it, because it's not heavy enough to send like this. Oh, there was one thing I was wanting to try. I'm going to just set this aside and think about it. We'll think about it while I play with this other thing I wanted to try that I forgot. I forgot I was gonna do. Um, okay, I have. Where's my watercolor paper? Oh, where did I put it? Okay, this is ridiculous, Lisa. Okay, there it is. Um, okay. I'm gonna go in the house to get something. I'll be right back. Mm. Okay. Um, you know how sometimes with watercolor you can sprinkle water on it, and the paint reacts to it, and you can sprinkle alcohol on craft paint and it reacts to it. I thought I would see what they would do with hydrogen peroxide. Uh, this is what I used to clean in my house. It kills germs as good or better than bleach, and it has no toxic fumes. And that's what I use it to clean. That's why it has a sprayer on it, because I use it to clean. Um, anyway, I thought it might be fun to do some. Oh, ow. Okay. I thought it'd be fun to do uh some paint and some watercolor both, and do water and the alcohol that I usually do on those, and then try hydrogen peroxide and see if it does anything different. I don't know if it will or not, but we're gonna play and see. Let me find the alcohol spray bottle. There. Is it got any in it? It may be empty. It is pretty much empty. All right, somewhere I have some alcohol to fill it up. unless unless it got taken in the house. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't really want to go back in there again, but I really do want to try this. Oh, I had a hydrogen peroxide bottle out here to clean with that I'd forgotten I had out here. So I didn't even need to go in and get that. Okay. Let me see if I think I have another um little bottle of alcohol. Yeah, here we go. All right, we'll use this one. Got some steps in there real quick. Yeah. Yep, yep. Well, there it is. Okay. Hi, Joe. No, call. Are you Colleen too? I'm getting all my people confused. I'm getting all my people confused. Um. Well, I don't know where my paper is. Colleen or Joe? I can't remember, Monkey. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's just do a little bit. And I'm going to use the same color for both of them so I remember. Colleen. Okay, well, that's what I thought. But then I thought maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was Joe. Okay. Now then, I'm going to spray this one with some alcohol. And I'm going to do this one with hydrogen peroxide. And we're going to let them both sit a minute. Okay. Okay, well, the hydrogen peroxide came off. It's a cleaner. I mean, shouldn't be surprised. It made really good dots. And where I had the alcohol is now darker than the area around it, which is not what normally happens. But this is watercolor paper and not regular paper. And I didn't think about that. Okay, that's interesting. So for what I wanted to do there, that it worked really well. Let's get some watercolor and try. Come on, open. Oh, okay. They kind of went everywhere, didn't they? I think it was like this. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I just want to. Okay, let's move this over here. And wow, there's still a lot of ink left in that brush. Okay. I don't know if. I don't know if we're going to be able to see. to see it much on that. There's a lot of granulation and texture already just from the paper. So we will see. But you need to let it get sort of close to dry. Okay, these are drier, so because I didn't put extra water down, so I'm gonna try those. Okay, that probably was not the right um, thing to use for water. Okay, where's my, I don't know if this is, okay, well, it works, but it's hard to tell because this spray was so fine. This is kind of the same, so I'm thinking I should do it with a pipette. Maybe that's what I should do. Okay, so let's just do. I should have let that dry more before I did. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to let it dry better. Bye bye, Sophia. Thanks for coming. Okay, come on. Okay, these I'm just letting dry. Okay. Well, the second time it didn't do anything, either the water or the hydrogen peroxide. Um, both of these you can see in the pink where the drop, where I put the hydrogen peroxide and where I put the water. So I don't know that, excuse me, that one's any better than the other one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to get off here pretty soon, I think. Okay, we're going to use this blue because red granulates more than on its own, so it might not be as easy to see. Okay. I'm gonna dry this a little with my whoops, with my little fan here. And then we're going to drop the drops in it and see if it makes a difference if it's dry. Becky says, pumpkin pie in the oven, chicken in the slow cooker. Dinner will be much later than normal tonight. Well, that sounds good. Um, that sounds good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop some drops of water. We're just going to let it sit a minute. And then I'm going to get some hydrogen peroxide. Okay. Greg made a huge bag of mac and cheese last night, so I just need to make a salad. Well, that's nice. Okay, well, you can see the water picked up. And the hydrogen peroxide picks up probably just as well, maybe not better. So I don't know that it's any better. It is definitely good. I like the splatter effect on the acrylic paint. Let's try it again just to be sure that it's sorry. Got my brush is okay. That's such a pretty green. I love that. Paint off my brush. Okay. All right, we're just going to let that sit. And then we'll dab it up and see. And we'll see. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not being very, I don't know, not very talkative today. I hope y'all have had fun. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, if you want that effect with craft paint, hydrogen peroxide works really well. I'm going to try, just for kicks, try it again with the alcohol and the green and see, because this definitely didn't do as good as that or this, but I want to see again that it's not, that it's not a fluke thing, that it, okay. Now we'll let the alcohol sit there a minute. And I can definitely see it doing something, but it's not doing what I've come to expect it to do. So I'm confused. We're going to let it sit a little longer, and then I'm going to blot it up. And then we'll try it on regular paper and see if this paper is the reason why the alcohol is not working. Because I've watched people, I haven't ever used it to do this, but I've watched people do it a lot, and they always have better luck than I did there. Yep. Look, so what it's doing is making the blue soak in to the paper, and the rest of it is what's getting picked up around with the alcohol, which is um, kind of like the opposite. Anyway, that's really weird. Let's get a regular piece of paper and try it, because and it may be maybe my alcohol's old. Maybe, I mean, can your alcohol get old? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here's a piece of paper. Hannah did a presentation at our weaving guild, and I made, somehow I hit the copy machine or whatever, and had it print twice. So there were 12 pages printed front and back, and I ended up printing 30 of them when I wanted 15. And that was very frustrating because it made me low on ink. And it's like, seriously? Okay. Now I do know that sometimes people just leave the alcohol on there and let it dry. So that's what we're going to do this time. We're going to spritz some alcohol there, and we're going to spritz some hydrogen peroxide on this side, and we're going to let them sit. The paper towel's pretty, yeah. I really think, though, they blotted it up after a little bit. But if you don't let the paint dry before you blot it up, you take off some of your paint, and that's not what you normally want to do. So maybe I am supposed to let the whole thing dry. Okay, I don't want to use the heat gun because I know that alters it, but we'll use this, and we'll just let it dry. Now we're just watching for the paint to dry. If the hydrogen peroxide and alcohol are not dry yet, that's okay. But we need the paint to be dry if to test this secondary theory. Okay. Okay. Well, the hydrogen peroxide definitely pulls up if you want some spots, but the alcohol does not. And I don't know. I want to say it's Pam at the Paper Outpost who sprays alcohol on things very often on her craft paints and lifts it up kind of like this. But the alcohol wasn't working for me, but the hydrogen peroxide does work. So now you know if you want to do that on craft paint, like you use water on watercolor, you can do it with hydrogen peroxide. Okay, watery acrylic. Okay. All right, let's try that. Um, I got more paper. Um, Probably be better to use something that doesn't have all this stuff on it, but or maybe better um better paper maybe. I don't know. Let's see. This is watered down, I think. So I'm just going to put some more on here and water it down some more. This probably is not watery enough for a wash. Maybe adding the water to the acrylic is what makes the alcohol work. Okay. Well, do you just let it dry, Janet, or do you mop it up? The alcohol will react with the water. Okay. Okay. So do we just let it sit then until it dries? I got too much right here. Maybe it's this craft paint. Maybe it just doesn't want to work with this. Because it's doing the exact same thing. It's like taking where the alcohol is, it's making the paint go deeper in. Yes, you just let it dry. Okay. Maybe my alcohol's not very good anymore. Do you dab it, Janet, or do you just let it dry? I put it on there while it was wet. I knew to do that, but what I don't know to do is what's next. Well, Barbara says go ahead and dab it up with a towel. So I'm going to. See, with this watered down paint, neither one of them did anything because that's already dry over there. Well, I mean, it's soaked in. It's not going to. It's dry enough you can't take stuff up. Bye, Becky. Thanks for coming and playing for a while. Okay. Well, with the watered down paint, the hydrogen peroxide didn't work, and I couldn't get the alcohol to work with either one. So you can see there from this side where the drops are and where the hydrogen peroxide here and the alcohol there. You can see the drops from this side, but from this side you don't see anything. Okay, well, let's try that. I'm going to get a, let's see if I can find some plain white paper that, okay, that had an address on it. Okay, this is plain white rather than the, so maybe mixed media paper works better. But I've seen, I think it's Pam. When she does it on, just on whatever paper's in her journal. Okay, now I can see that reacting. Now, when you do this, do you dab it up or do you just let it wait till it dries? There's the hydrogen peroxide. Let it dry. Okay. We're just going to let it dry. See what happens. Now, Barbara says pick it up while it's wet, and Janet says let it dry. Since it works for Janet, I'm going to let it dry, and we'll see. I'm going to just move it. I'll just set it over here on top of that watercolor paper. Okay. Well, this is what we've done today. And this is still not completely dry. But we did these. I'll do something with them. And then we did these little ATC size ones. And we got this far on this one. Well, let me show you what you can actually see, Janet. I'm going to go ahead and dab off this because this hydrogen peroxide is still wet. but you can just barely see anything happening up there. You can see the dots, but it's not pushing the paint away. Um, so I don't know. We'll let it go ahead and dry, but it's not really doing what it's supposed to do. Did you need something, hun? Do you want me to mute? Okay. Sorry, gang. Be right back. She was just wondering, when am I going to come in because the dog's wanting out. And she doesn't want to put him out until I come in. Barbara says, I think this was one of Cat Hand's mixed media morsels techniques. I can't remember which one. I kind of had to wrestle with it. I could look back at my notes. Um. Anyway, well, y'all can wrestle. Y'all can wrestle. I'm done for today. Add a drop of water into the alcohol. Well, I really watered down the paint. But it was just soaking into the paper. I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it again somewhere else, some other time. But I got to go. I love you all, and I thank you for coming and being with me this afternoon. God bless you. Bye bye.